class. So I used to do hip hop when I was like 10, 9, I don't know,
Jeez,
11.
this is going back when you was proper young then.
Yeah, like
Oh.
when I was a kid, and now I went to the hip hop class, and I was like, I can't catch this, because like it was like nothing makes sense. It's like every move is like 1, 2, 5, and you're like, how I'm gonna remember every count is a different thing. So yeah, I actually felt that myself. I'm like, yeah, I don't have the memory. I think when you do a certain style, a lot of things still repeats in a way. So if you've been doing, you kind of just know, oh, it's that, it's not like every count is every time is like a completely different thing for you to remember. So I feel like that's why it's really important for dancers to learn, like, know the foundations, know what you're doing, know the history of the thing, so then kind of you know what you're doing in a way.
True.
Because if you just think you're gonna like go and then try to like, I lift my right leg here and I lift my elbow and my head looks to that side for every count, that's gonna be crazy. Too much.
You know, like, do you want to set a blueprint, you know, for your own, you know, for Temi? So like you set a blueprint for people after you to come and, you know, like to copy you and your style? Or do you have someone who, you know, who inspires you, like a big DJ who, you know, they've already got a blueprint and you're kind of copying the blueprint, if you get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, like what do you want to do? Like, yeah, like do you want to set your own blueprint, or there's already someone who, yeah, you're following the blueprint?
Interesting. I'm definitely not following anyone, and
love that.
I don't know. I don't think that would be very genuine and like long term sufficient career wise. Like, what did that person did last month? Let me repeat. No, and yeah, and I think people also, social media, people only post their like highlights or their. It's very easy to like kind of prep stuff, so it's not really, it's not a real life anyway. And in terms of what I'm doing, I like when people ask me like what are my goals or stuff, because I don't necessarily have them. I mean, I tell I want to DJ for Beyonce. That's my like go-to. You know, even like what you want to do in dancing. Like think of a crazy thing, like dance for Beyonce, DJ for Beyonce. Like that's my kind of.
And it's coming. It's only a matter of time. It's in the universe. I believe the universe is doing its work.
Beyonce has DJs ever when she performs, but maybe she will consider it someday.
Like you said, if not DJing for Beyonce, you can't be one of the dancers, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, man, it's in the universe. I like putting energies out there, and even though we might not be seeing it physically, I like to believe as long as we keep on doing our thing, I believe it's only the universe will make it work somehow, and it will happen. Yeah. And I mean, and she's coming into the UK soon, isn't it? She's coming. Are you going to a concert?
May. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah. For sure. I've never seen her perform though, so I'm very So that's like a thing you have to do in your life for me. So I'm gonna have to do my check soon in May.
Yeah.
I don't do music videos. I don't really perform on stage. Partially because I'm not being asked to, but also because I wouldn't be okay with a lot of things. I wouldn't be okay with just doing like listening to other people, like, because I feel like with dancing is a lot of not necessarily like vulgar things, but like maybe certain outfits or certain things that I would not be able to, would not be like, I would not want to have a video of myself like that forever because someone else kind of told me. So I do my own things, like I create my own choreographies.
Oh, you create your own choreography as well?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, wow, that's actually dope. Yeah.
I mean, I don't like. I still do, especially if I have to teach a class. I have to create something for it. But then I would go to a lot of classes, and then I would try to, every new steps I learned that I would like to put them together in something for me, so then I know I will remember it better. Yeah, if you use it for your own things, then you will remember it. Because otherwise, I take million classes and you leave the class and that's it. Then you're never gonna remember it. So it's kind of sad. Like, I'm not like, I'm definitely, it's more like activity, like a workout thing for me too, because I don't really like working out that much, so I feel like it's good. I'm very grateful I like dancing, because otherwise I'll be like quite.
It's like when with dancing, it's like you're killing two birds with one stone. You know, you're doing one of the things that you love, but at the same time, like you said, it's kind of keeping you fit as well.
What I say is that the things that have been coming to me so far, I feel like it's been better than I would or could imagine in a way.
Oh, that's proper good to hear.
So that's why I'm just kind of trusting the universe, doing my work.
Exactly.
And me already been doing it. Well, I started 7 years ago, but only been like, I left everything else.
Yes.
For like a year and a half ago in a way. So I still do like, I don't know, like teach a dance class, or like tomorrow I'm going to this makeup thing, and like, so sometimes I might pick up on like freelance random. I studied events as well, so I work sometimes with corporate events, so like or marketing. So I might do like ad hoc, or like I'm editing a podcast now for someone, so like I might do like little ad hoc jobs here and there.
Yeah.
But me being able to like live from DJing for like over a year and a half, I guess after like lockdown and stuff, it's been more than like it's been better than I could imagine, and I'm very grateful to not have to have a job and you know like
that's proper good, especially like what if you like in life overall, like if you can make a living doing what you love. I'm sure obviously we hear that every day, like that's one of the biggest blessings, right? Like you're doing what you love and you're actually getting paid for it, right? Like with your choreography, like I imagine you like do you need like good memory? Because when I see dancers, you know, doing dancing moves, learning, especially teachers, dancing teachers teaching the, you know, people how to do this move, you know, people who dance for Beyonce, all of these things. Sometimes when I see things when they're preparing for their big shows, all of the work that goes in it, like one of the main things that I always think about, wow, man, these people must have good memory because you need to remember all of these things. And at the same time, obviously, you guys need to do it together. You know, like, so would you say, like, one of the main things, like, in terms of, like, being either a dancer or a dancing instructor is good memory? You need to have good memory because all of these things, you need to remember them, if you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I think a lot of it is also muscle memory, or what even when I create things, I try to make it make sense with the music. I don't know if it's because I do music or because like I need also to hear. I mean, with dancehall as well, like a lot of, I mean, like the party music, they might tell you, like they say the names of the steps. So if you know your vocabulary, if you know what you're doing, then you will know kind of what to do to certain songs. But other than that, it's a lot. I think it is a partially like I guess I don't know if you can say to have a good memory because there's a lot of dancers that they do that. I do think as well. I think it's more stamina problem to do something for 10 minutes than
I can imagine,
memory. But yeah, for me too. Like I went to like now that I've been doing dancehall for like last like 8 years or so. In dancehall, everything comes from something. So like there's teams that create moves, and then if I know the steps that and let's say I go to class and someone's teaching a choreography, they'll still use 2 counts from this step, 2 counts. So for me, it makes sense because I know where it's coming from and I know what's the step. So it's very easy for me. I'm just thinking of like half step of this, full step of this, 1/3 step of that. So for me, in that way, it's very easy. And then actually, I went